Good day, good people, and welcome to your favorite sports show. It's your boy Ntwana Selokshini, and welcome to Bread Boy Sports Show. I hope people are doing well. I hope people are doing fine. And if you are new to the channel, you know what you have to do. Just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So, people, Kaizer Chiefs do not want to unveil Ecuador. I do not know what is really happening with the Ecuador situation because we have been waiting to see Uguti why Kaizer Chiefs is not unveiling these players. Because if I were to tell you the truth, I do not believe with the rumors saying Uguti the video that we saw is AI generated. I do not believe in that. I do not believe in that. That video was not AI generated because everything that we saw in this video was the same thing that we saw when other players were unveiled. It was so perfect. I don't think Uguti there's someone who is that good to make sure to make AI to be that good about that in Ecuador unveil by Kaizer Chiefs. Maybe someone somehow in the Kaizer Chiefs marketing team was able to leak the video, and maybe the wrong people were able to get that video. That's why the video was surrounded all over Twitter. But we already know Kaizer Chiefs are going to unveil other new players because there is a situation of Uluk Batman and Arsenal Villa Baini. It's still going to continue in court. We don't know what could be the result of that, but we know we were told Cape Town Spurs do not have a case. And then other situation that we have to speak about is the latest transfer. We do not have any latest transfer news regarding Kaizer Chiefs and Njengamanje. Even though we were told Uguti Chiefs is going to sign more players, there are not any news that I've seen Uguti Chiefs is linked to any kind of player, and there's no player I've heard Uguti saying he wants to join Kaizer Chiefs. So when we have a situation like this, I decided to create special videos for you guys. I did create another special for you guys yesterday when we talk about the players Kaizer Chiefs who are a surplus to requirements to the squad for us, because we have not seen this player play for Kaizer Chiefs for a long time, and we do not know Uguti what could be the decision for them with the squad. So we decided to make a video. Uguti, do we have to keep these players or do we have to sell and move on with these players? If you did not check the video, you can still see it in my channel. So in today's video, again, I'm going to make another special video, but then in this video we are going to speak about our new signings. Yes, our new signings. As we all know, the Kaizer Chiefs and have unveiled 6 players since we have went to Netherlands and we've came back, and those players were Specific Ndlovu, Thabiso Monyane, Paseka Marco, and Eating Chislets. Then Flavio Silva. The Chiefs have unveiled those players, yes, and Ushinga, especially Shinga is the 6th player. So the Chiefs have already unveiled those players. So we went to Netherlands and we saw some of these players, Uguti, what kind of addition they could bring to the squad, and we saw some of them, Uguti, they could be maybe a flop to the Kaizer Chiefs squad. But then I'm not gonna sit here to you guys and start blaming the players and all that. It's only been 5 games that we saw Kaizer Chiefs play, and for me, I'm not gonna sit here and start judging players for only 5 games, and these players are still new at Kaizer Chiefs. But, so I decided to give the same energy that I gave to Unabi to his first season. Unabi, we told ourselves, I'm one of those people who were saying, we must keep Nabi for this season because of it was his first season, even coaching in South Africa. He needed to learn about the culture of South Africa. He needed to learn about the environment. He needed to learn about the pace of the league of EPSL. He needed to learn about the players of EPSL. So for him, it was a learning year for the first year. And I won't lie to you, the way it was bad, because we lost a lot of games and we draw a lot of games. Even most of the games that we draw and we lost, we were the team who had a lot of possession. We were the team who were scoring first, but then we were losing those games. And I hope Unabi is going to fix those mistakes that we had last season. So same as the energy I'm going to instill to these players. These players now, we have to think at this way. These players are new to Kaizer Chiefs, they are new to PSL, and they are new to the environment. So some of these players have to now cope with the environment of South Africa, the pace of EPSL, and the culture of these players. So these players, for me, I'm not going to put a lot of pressure to them, especially three of them, because three of these players are not proven PSL players, but three of them are proven PSL players. So we did try to balance about signings dates. We did to balance them. We tried to balance which and which what we are going to take, but then Chiefs is not done yet. So we have to speak about Flavio Silva, Eden Cheslet, and Ushinga. For me, Ushinga, for me, he has impressed me. I think he has secured the left back position. For me, structure circuit, the way he defends, the way he defends with the team. Whenever we were attacking, he's one of those players who have a lot of stamina from going up and down on the ground. For me, he has impressed me. But then from Ethan Chisleti and Flavio Silva, I've not seen enough from them. Both of them, I have not seen enough for both these two guys. From Ethan Chislet and Flavio Silva, I'm not gonna sit here and judge them or see what kind of players they are. But then, with Ethan Chislet, I think he could be a great addition. But then, Flavio Silva, there are doubts because. And it's not just for me and even the whole fan base, because we were told Flavio Silva is a good player. We were told he has pace, he has power, and he's a good goal scoring striker. But then when we saw Flavio Silva playing, we did not see all the things that we were told about him. We did not see him combining with the team. We did not see him running behind defenders. When we saw him shooting, we saw him shooting amability. This is why we said in South African language, we say he is shooting the buildings because the buildings are high, so he's not aiming at the goal. So Flavio Silva, for me, there are doubts, I won't lie. There are doubts, how is he going to struggle? How is he going to cope with the South African defenders? Because South African defenders are very physical. And physicality, for me, when I saw him in Netherlands, he was struggling to even bully the defenders that we were playing with them. Because the person that I saw when our youngster Naledi Hlongwane, when he came on to replace Flavio Silva, he was 10 times better than Flavio Silva. And that was the one thing that made me wake up and ask myself, Fuguti, what is actually happening with Flavio Silva? Is he going to be a flop or is he not? But then we have to give him more time. So in this video, I did make a starting 11 for Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, I did make a starting 11 for the Kaizer Chiefs. So I did make a starting 11 for Kaizer Chiefs with the new signings. All of them, the 6 new signings. I'm going to put them in our starting 11 and see how it looks. And then I will make my best starting 11 that I want to see Chiefs start with what I've seen in Netherlands, with what I want to see when the season starts. So this is the starting 11 I'm going to start with. As we all know, Nuguti Kaizer Chiefs, we have signed 3 players who are proven PSL and 3 players who are not proven PSL. And then this is my starting lineup. As you can see it, this will be my starting lineup. So at the goalkeeper situation, as you can see, Uguti, some of you guys do not like Upvoma, and even me, I think Uguti, Upvoma has made a lot of mistakes than Brendan Peterson. Even though now Brendan Peterson is one of our goalkeepers who does make a lot of mistakes, but for me, I would always prefer Brendan Peterson because I think Brendan Peterson is a good shot stopper than Upvoma. That's facts for me. Obuma, yes, he is good, but he's not good at shot stopping, just like Brendan Peterson. Brendan Peterson is good at one-on-one. good at short stopping goals that you were not expecting ukuthi to go in. A lot of the times when I see Ubendan Peterson conceding goals are easy goals. You ask yourself ukuthi, wow, bro, that was easy. You should not consider that kind of goal because it was too easy. He makes silly mistakes, but his mistakes are the type of mistakes that you can fix in a good way. That's why we'll start with Brendan Peterson. So at the right back position, I will see Utabiso Munyane playing at the right back position. Tabiso Munyane is one of the another proven PSL players we have signed, and we are not going to say Uguti we have to give him time. He already knows the environment, the pace, and the culture of South African football. So he is going to start for me because Uri Frozler has been struggling for us at Kaizer Chiefs. And then at the centre back pairing gate, we already know Uguti Unabi prefers to see Udodli and Ignacio Miguel as our centre backs. And then at the left back, we'll see our new signing, Spesihle Shinga. He will be our left back. And then it double pivot, since we will have two midfielders, we will have Undlovu and Utabotele. So especially Undlovu for me is one of the good signings we have made at Kaizer Chiefs, and I think, and I'm gonna tell you more when I speak about him more with the starting 11, when I explain more what do I want to see in this starting 11 for Kaizer Chiefs. So the two we're gonna have Uspetile Ndlovu and Utabotele as our midfielders, and at the number 10 we'll have our new signing again, Eden Chislett. Eden Chislett, this is how he's going to combine with these players. In midfield to Undlovu Nocele, and we hope to see him give us what we lack in that position. And then Ulilepo lollipop, tick like a lollipop. Yes, Lollipop Ulilepo. He's going to be there playing for us as our left winger. For me, Ulilepo is our best winger we have at Kaizer Chiefs. This is the truth for me. This is me speaking the truth. Ulilepo is our best winger for us. And then from the left, we will have Uvilarazi, because Uvilarazi does not have at the right wing. I think we should have players who are left-footed, who are going to cut inside and take shots. But then at Kaizer Chiefs at our winger, we only have Uvilarazi, who is left-footed. I think Upotane is not left-footed. Upotane is right-footed. So that's why I'm going to see Umfundo Vilarazi. And then striker position, we have signed a new striker, and that striker would be Flavio Uma Silva. Flavio Uma Silva is going to be another new signing for us. We will see for Kaizer Chiefs. So this is starting 11 with new signings. I'm not saying this is a good starting 11 for Kaizer Chiefs, and I would like to see Chiefs start with the starting 11. So I'm going now to show you a starting 11 that I think is going to be good for Kaizer Chiefs when the season starts, and I think Ugusi Chiefs is going to compete with these players when the season starts. So here is my best starting 11 for Kaizer Chiefs. So from the back position, I'm not changing anything. Yes, I'm not changing anything. So from goalkeeper to backline, I think this is a good backline. I'm sure Uguti in the comment section, no one is going to say Uguti backline 2 is not good enough, except for Ignacio Miguel, because I saw a lot of people in the comment section from other videos. They were telling me Uguti, Ignacio Miguel has been costing the team. He's slow, and he's causing penalties for the team. But for me, I think Ignacio Miguel has been one of our decent centre back. For me, I know Uguti, he has played a lot of games because Urushun totally usually gets injured. So Ignacio Miguel is always there, and every time when he is there, he's always been taking charge of backline 2. He's controlling the backline. He is the voice of the backline, and he's even our vice captain for Kaizer Chiefs. So Ignacio Miguel is going to be a better option when you pair him with Urushu and Dotli, as we saw it when the season started. We were not conceding many goals with this uh, 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 with this lineup. But the problem that we had when the season started at our left position is that Bradley Cross was struggling when the season started. Yes, he was struggling when the season started. Because of the players were it was too easy for the players to pass through him. Yes, that's why I decided to put Ushinga, because I want to see Ushinga what is going to have for us, because what I saw at Netherlands did really impress me when it's come to Ushinga. And then with double pivot here in the midfield, again I'm not changing a double midfield here too. Especially Ndlovu has been the best midfielder from EPSL last season, from EPSL Premiership, and I know Uguti he was not being part of the candidate of the best midfielder when on the awards of EPSL. For me, when you look at the stats and you try to look at especially Ndlovu with other midfielders, especially Ndlovu does beat all these other midfielders with stats and even with an eye. Because even when you see especially Ndlovu, for us, he's going to be one of those midfielders who are going to take the ball. He's going to win the ball whenever we don't have the ball on us. He's going to combine with our players, and he's even good when it comes to passing and even progressing with the ball. The same thing that we cried, saw one of my fellow YouTubers who is a Kaizer Chiefs fan crying about Uguti. Chiefs do not have a box-to-box midfielder. Yes, I do agree with him when he's saying we do not have a box-to-box midfielder. But it was because of Chiefs did not have a midfielder who was going to be the defensive good midfielder for us, that will allow us to release Uthabo Cele to be an addition to our front line. So for me, especially Ndlovu is going to be a good addition to Kaizer Chiefs, because he's going to help Uthabo Cele. Uthabo Cele is not going to do more job just like he was doing a lot of job with Umthetwa, because Umthetwa is not good with progressing and is not good with combining passes when the team is trying to combine passes when we look in the midfield. So Ndlovu is going to help Uthabo Cele to do less work, and now that's going to make Uthabo Cele to progress and be that type of box-to-box midfielder that he always wanted at Kaizer Chiefs. And Ngcobo is going to be a good number 10 for us, because if you saw a combination like the Enza with him and Uthabo Cele, would that combination continue at Kaizer Chiefs when the PSL starts? I think Uguti, this has to continue when the season starts. Uthabo Cele with Ngcobo, they are going to be a good combination for us. But whenever we have to change them, we have a replacement for Ngcobo, we will have Userino in that position. It could be Userino could be starting, but then Userino, he has those small problems that he has with him because of his temper. He needs to control his temper. That's the only thing I'm worried about Userino for me. It's the temper. He's not good at controlling his temper. We need players who are there to fight for the badge and for the team for now. And then from the left wing, we will still have Lollipop. Tick like a lollipop. So Ulilepo is going to be the one of our left wingers who is going to cut inside and then score those beautiful goals that he has been scoring for us last season. Lilepo, when the season he came in January, I think he came in January. It was the second window of the season. When he came at Kaizer Chiefs, he was able to outscore all our wingers. Just imagine that. You came in January when we were halfway through the season, and you are beating and scoring more goals more than our wingers. That's why I always saying Ulilepo is going to be a good winger for us. And for me, I would prefer Ulilepo to have a competition with Upule Modi, because Upule Modi, for me, he has been a good player, but the thing is he has been missing chances. But then, with the starting 11, I decided to put Upule Modi at the right wing. Yes, right wing. I did remove Mfundo Vilakazi to that position because I do not want to put a lot of pressure to Umfundo Vilakazi. He's still young and he's still developing. And the development yakhe sibonile kule season esiphuma kuyona, it was a good development, and we are seeing what he is starting now to play Ebola and not starting to use those to try and make expensive passes, expensive tricks. He's not doing all that things like now. He's playing football and helping the team to progress even much. He could be a good substitution for us, as just like last season. He was a very good player coming off the bench. Sometimes he was even winning us games, and maybe this season he is going to start this way, and along the way he's going to be a good player. And then from striker sethu, I would like to see Wandile Duba start as our striker. Wandile Duba has been a good striker for Kaizer Chiefs because he's been bullying defenders. If you could see what type of defenders he has been bullying, Duba is not. He is that type of striker that makes sure defenders are not relaxed. He's making sure defenders do not think on the ball whenever they have the ball. Whenever the opposition teams have the ball, Wandile Duba is making sure he's putting pressure on defenders. He's putting pressure on defenders to make mistakes. As you saw, Mbogazi was one of those players who make mistakes whenever Wandile Duba was pressurizing him. And even Luis Suarez, when we played against Mamelodi Sundowns, if you could remember, Wandile Duba was the one who won that ball because he was the type of strikers who do not allow defenders to relax with the ball on their feet. He will always, as soon as the goalkeeper passes the ball to the defenders, he will be there making sure he is going to pounce and press those defenders. So Wandile Duba for me is going to be my starting striker, and he is even good when on scoring goals. So guys, this is where this is going to be my best starting lineup for Kaizer Chiefs when the season starts, and I hope this lineup is going to win us more games and more competition for us. And we have to remember, Uguti, there is going to be change from the team. So since we are playing a lot of competition this season, it's only MTN 8 that we are not playing since we finished outside the top 8. We are going to play Nedbank Cup, we are going to play Carling Cup, we are going to play CAF Confederation Cup. So there are a lot of games for these players and Coach Nabi to see what kind of players for him does he think are going to be a good starting 11 for Kaizer Chiefs. So guys, this is where I have to conclude this video. If there are other news regarding Kaizer Chiefs, like I'm a transfer or any player we are linked to it, I'll be the first one to give you those news. So guys, thank you for always watching the channel. You know what you have to do. Just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be thank you very much. Danko.